Zillow, Redfin, EXPI, and other major real estate stocks dropped about 20% overnight. So what the heck happened? If you've been keeping an eye on the real estate news lately, you might have heard of the National Association of Realtors, the NAR, $418 million settlement. We actually covered the Canadian cousin to this lawsuit, McFall v. CREA in Canada, a few weeks ago. So if you're thinking we're safe because we're in Canada, think again. Basically, the NAR settlement was for a class action lawsuit regarding sellers being required to provide collaborating agents commissions when selling their home, effectively forcing the seller to pay the buyer's agent. Sellers didn't believe this practice was fair, and the lawsuits raged onwards. The NAR settlement hasn't been approved by the court, so nothing has changed yet. However, this is expected to cause a pretty massive shakeup. To their credit, they absolved almost all NAR members and agencies of any and all prior liability preceding this settlement, but at the cost of $418 million.
$100 billion.
So what does this even mean? Well, the news would have you believe that this will somehow reduce house prices, saying things like lower transaction costs will put downward pressure on house prices. Sellers aren't just going to reduce their prices because they're paying lower fees. That defeats the whole purpose of not paying the fees in the first place. It's not supposed to come out in the wash. The sellers want to come out ahead. The other question is, who's paying the buyer's agents now? A quick search shows that the average house price in the United States of America is $417,700. And if you think that's high, the average in Canada is $659,000. In the US, that means that buyer's agents would normally receive $12,531 in commission before tax. Buyers are struggling as it is. Do we really expect them to pony up this amount out of their own pocket? I doubt it. In my local area, we have forms that allow us to put the commission into the offers that we make, effectively allowing buyers to put commissions into their mortgage if they like. Because the mechanisms we use are agreements between buyers' agents and their buyers, this agreement can't be adjusted or removed by the seller, meaning the seller can only negotiate the price and likely negotiate the price upwards. Bringing commission discussions to the forefront of the home buying process could also embolden buyer's agents to negotiate for higher commissions for themselves. We see this all the time with buyer's agency agreements in areas where commissions are negotiated more often. Likewise, the consumer isn't always as well versed with how the real estate industry operates. So this could allow listing agents to take higher listing side commissions while making it look like they've reduced their fees.
We used to charge 6%, but we're bringing it down to 4% for you.
Meanwhile, the buyer's agent will still ask for 3% or 4%, effectively raising the fees. Now that you know a little bit more about the National Association of Realtors' $418 million settlement, what are your thoughts?